Asia, with its vibrant growth and business opportunities, is where more than half the world's population, or more than 4.4 billion people, call home. Hello and welcome to Startup. This is where promising entrepreneurs from Asia are vying to secure capital to fuel their next stage of growth from two venture capitalists, Leslie Lowe of Red Dot Ventures and Eddie Chow of TNF Ventures. Welcome to the unfamiliar, uncertain, and untested world of entrepreneurship where the chips are always stacked up against you. This is Startup. In Season 1, 20 out of over 100 applicants were shortlisted to pitch their ideas to stand a chance to compete for up to $2 million in seed money. 8 finalists were eventually selected to undergo a series of challenges while being assessed by Singapore's leading venture capitalists, Eddie Chow of TNF Ventures and Leslie Lowe of Red Dot Ventures. In the final episode, 4 out of remaining 5 finalists were offered a conditional term sheet from the investors. After rounds of negotiations, Singapore's Be My Guest and Thailand's Tom Crew took up the offer. Hello and welcome to a brand new season of Startup. I'm Chloe Cho, your host. In Season 2, we're going to do things a little bit different this time around. From a pool of over 100 applicants, we shortlisted 25 and put them through an intensive 2-day boot camp. On the second and final day, the startups had to make a pitch to a panel of 3 judges to make it into the final 8. Now remember, there are up to $2 million of investments available. But before that, the final 8 must undergo a series of challenges to prove that they have what it takes to succeed in the world of entrepreneurship. In this first episode, we're going to take a look back at how the startups competed to stay on top and reveal the final 8.
So my name is Christian Hallberg. I'm originally from Denmark. I currently work at Tien Academy as a program manager. Tien Academy is an academy that focuses on entrepreneurship training. Our flagship product is the Startup Bootcamp. The Startup Bootcamp is a 6-week program where aspiring entrepreneurs learn the basics, but the most important parts of starting a business. For Channel News Asia, we constructed a special 2-day condensed version. The participants received personalized coaching from our pool of mentors, as well as access to our learning materials. On the second day of the intensive weekend, all the 25 participants pitched to the panel of judges. Of those 25, some stood out, those that had a very well thought out business model and were able to communicate the potential scalability and profitability of the business are obviously those that the investors look more closely at than others.
My name's Charlie O, and I'm the investment manager with Red Dot Ventures. Red Dot Ventures is a seed stage investment fund that invests in everything from your e-commerce businesses all the way to your medtech businesses. My role was to evaluate the participants from behind the scenes, whether those participants met our 4 minimum criteria. The first would be in the product. The second is in the market. Is the market large enough? The third we look into is the capabilities of the management team. Lastly is then the investment viability. You need those 4 minimum criteria, but the things that really stand out is when that entrepreneur has those certain capabilities. He's got to have grit. He's got to be hardworking. He's got to persevere. He's got to do it with unwavering ethics, and integrity. Because at the end of the day, the chips are against you. You got to have stones in your stomach. You got to be willing to chew gravel. You got to be willing to work your butt off every single day to get to where you want to go.
I am Shirley Wong, the Managing Partner of TNF Ventures. TNF Ventures is an incubator under the Technology Incubation Scheme from the National Research Foundation. And we are also a VC. Our focus is in investing in startups where they need us most, which is capital, network, as well as mentoring. But I had an exciting time in the bootcamp. I get to see all the founders. Interestingly, some of them actually came in with an idea, with fire in their belly, but they have nothing, to show and to offer. And on the final day, my role is to help Eddie to identify and to select the final 8 for the show. TNF Ventures' investment philosophy is to look for solutions that solves a big problem. At the same time, it addresses a large market. And the second thing that we look for is solutions or ideas that disrupt the business process using technology and also reinvent the industries. The other very important criteria that we look at is the founding team members. We believe it is the people's character and competency that can make things happen and can create success.
My name is Andrea Lubier. I am the CEO of Mailbird. I like long walks on the beach. I'm addicted to traveling and also spicy food. So there you go.
Where are you calling in from?
Bali, Indonesia.
Bali. What a great place to set up an office.
It's really important for me to kind of explore productivity options for people in the world, especially on Windows, which is very much an underserved market when you look at email productivity. And so we're looking to change that so people can actually start enjoying email again and using it very effectively.
What makes you guys so unique versus anybody else?
We launched the first email speed reader, for example. So you basically cut the time in half that you spend reading emails.
I saw that, you have in the list, actually, it's a female targeted marketing and all this. What is in it for the man bit? You don't need us anymore?
No, absolutely not. We want all of them. Basically, that was a strategy to boost our female user base. It's more because we want to get everyone. We're not looking at just men or just women.
Thanks very much for the presentation. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Hi, evening. I am Richard from iCargo. I'm the founder of iCargo. I have about 20 years experience in banking, manufacturing and logistics. iCargo is an online B2B logistics marketplace which makes it easier for transporters to look for cargo jobs whenever they have an empty backhaul or idle trucks.
Could a Malaysia truck picking up goods here without any issue, or is it?
It's supposed to be borderless. Customs as well is supposed to be one way. I would expect someone who delivers from, let's say, to Singapore, going back, he can pick up from Malaysia, he can pick up from Singapore and all the way up to Cambodia or all the way back to China. So this becomes much more potential, actually.
Okay.
But,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hi.
So a very good afternoon, panel of investors. My name is Kenneth and I'm from Novosis. Together with me, I have 2 co-founders. We actually all took a leave from school to actually pursue this full-time because we really believe in the vision of powering the future. Novosis has 2 main product lines. One product line is the consumer-facing one, which is called Ampere. The other end is the business product, which is actually targeted towards cafes and restaurants, a charging network called Novosis Juice.
Are you working on a shrinking market or are you working on an expanded market?
We believe that we're working on an expanding market because more and more devices require power to last a day, and battery technology is not improving as fast as we expect it to be.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. In our company, we always believe in 3 simple words, the acronym HIT, hard work, innovation and trust. And we also want to inspire the youth to actually step up and really join this wave of entrepreneurship. I believe that Singapore as well as Asia actually can benefit from a lot more startups in the region.
Here are those who didn't make the cut. Meet Danny from Kinetics.
For the rest of this presentation, I would like to slip into something a little bit more comfortable. I hope you don't mind.
I thought you were going to take off more.
Kinetics provides a detailed sports profile of customer base to merchants.
I'm not quite sure whether you can stand on the shoulder of the giant. I'm afraid that, the giant probably will bite you. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
How about Instapedia, social media for a range of topical content application?
We all want to appear intelligent, funny and witty, but we don't want to think. Our typical user is female. She's young, 15 to 30. She's educated and she's a professional.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Rewardify is an online platform for giveaways.
Rewardify is a one-stop platform to allow merchants to run contest giveaways online to gain more exposure and leads.
Do you think your competitor will be able to replicate it quite easily?
Right, so I would say for sure people could replicate it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Thank you.
And of course, there needs to be social media for pets.
Hi, I'm Jerome. I'm the founder
of Petsy, the first social networking application for pet owners in Singapore.
But why can't you just create a Facebook page for your pet? Okay,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, let's meet our judges. Leslie Lowe of Red Dot Ventures is a serial entrepreneur, angel investor, and educator. Leslie is active in developing, nurturing, and investing in startups from Singapore and around the region. He is also the executive chairman of Lethan Education and Tien Academy, a cooperative educational group that focuses on ICT and entrepreneurial education.
My name is Leslie. I started my business almost immediately after I graduated at the age of 23. Since then, I have built several startups. One great thing about entrepreneurship is that you learn all the time, and it's always quite exciting to actually see new idea and making it move from nothing to something. So I like that. I like that challenge. I like that dynamism of the industry. A couple of years ago, I decided that it's better to be a coach rather than a captain on the field. So really what inspired me is hopefully I could share my experience and help many move through this journey to become a successful entrepreneur.
Mark Strecker is CEO of Amobi and a member of the Amobi Board of Directors. Mark has 20 years of experience in the development of mobile phone and high-tech products, as well as development of startup companies. He was previously the vice president of Cellmania, a mobile content provider, and co-founder of Convade, a media content management solutions provider.
I'm Mark Strecker. I'm the CEO of Amobi. In mid-90s, I got the entrepreneurial bug and I moved to Silicon Valley and sort of the holy grail of startups. And my first company actually was a failure. I raised money, and I tell you, some of the best learnings in life is when you fail. But that gave me more determination to succeed. So I know exactly what all these contestants are going through. I've been there, blood, sweat, and tears, and so I can have a really good rapport with what all the contestants and the startups are doing today.
Meet Eddie Chow of TNF Ventures, a company he co-founded to guide local startups through their entrepreneurial journey. Eddie is a serial entrepreneur, having co-founded and founded several companies such as eCop, Brandtology, Neuro, and VKey.
Hi, I'm Eddie. I'm an entrepreneur and angel investor. I started 5 companies, 2 exited. I'm still nurturing 3 of them at various stages. I also spend a lot of time on my TNF Ventures, which is a stage investment company. We come here actually is to seek out great and very, very exciting startup that we can invest in. What I like most actually is, as an investor or even an entrepreneur is every day I hear and I see new ideas. Now, some are crappy stuff, but some are pretty interesting. So basically that is sort of like keep me going and make me young as well.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm Varun. I'm 33. I run Corporate 360. We are a B2B marketing data software company. We help companies to sell better. So we're kind of the HubSpot for outbound marketing. That's what we do. We offer a unified all-in-one platform. So we have sales intelligence software where we focus on the analytics component.
Very interesting. But I have to declare that, I started a company very similar to what you're doing actually in 2008. It's called Brandtology, and I sold it in 2014. We have also our own proprietary technology. We don't even use open source. Do you have your own predictive analytic algorithms that is your patent?
We also use a couple of other codes, such as Google Prediction, for example. But like all these APIs available out there it's very generic. So you have to write codes on top of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Thank you. So definitely we have done the very basic thing that any startup should do, which is obviously market validation of your product with some basic fundamental changes in the company's overall approach. We're gonna rock. So definitely we have a chance to win this.
My name is Candice. I grew up in Singapore. I used to work in corporate finance, and I'm across both corporates and banks. Indie Nails is all about customizable nail wraps to showcase your individuality through fashion.
Why couldn't you just print it yourself using your own printer at home?
Our patented process allows the nail polish to be completely waterproof.
Just put it this.
Looks very good on you.
Right? Yes?
Yeah.
But how long it lasts? For example, after
Yeah.
you shower, in the morning, in the evening, and then a week, or?
It lasts 14 days. It doesn't chip. You can scratch it, nothing comes off.
We'll try tonight.
I'm lucky to be here, to have met the judges and being able to connect with them in a way that they understand. That's why I feel I deserve to win, because all these factors come together, and I'm really excited for it.
Ideatory. How about providing tailored challenges to help employers hire the right candidate?
Why won't DBS or other companies like Google know the product they're testing better than you? Why are you better than they are?
It takes time to prepare the right challenges. So we're doing that hard work for them. We save them time there.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi.
Hello. Good afternoon. I'm Heng Hua, and I'm here to present to you Smarters.
A smart water bottle that helps parents monitor their children's daily water consumption level.
That's very unique.
That's very unique.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Student Star provides online exams for primary and secondary students.
You need to work harder on your revenue model.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Frederick, and I'm the inventor of Eclipse.
Whose foldable panels convert solar energy into battery power.
If you can't pitch your value, your product, in 1-2 minutes, you probably don't have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Min Zia. I'm co-founder of Code2 Lab. So we are a startup based in Myanmar. Myanmar is opening up. We want to take that lead and then go into capture the market. Today we're going to present to you Smart Sale. Smart Sale is going to be the next square for Myanmar. What we have created is a restaurant management system where waiters take the order using the tablets, send it out to the kitchen in the back office, and then we have the cashier processing the payment and so on. What we're doing today is we're saving businesses a lot more cost, value at the employees.
So what sort of saving? Is it talking about save 20% or 40%?
I think it's more than 40%.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Okay, bye.
I'm Marco. I'm basically the founder of Temploy, and I am a full-time entrepreneur. Took me several tries to get here, in fact. Temploy is actually a manpower marketplace that automatically and anonymously matches part-time workers in the low or semi-skilled sector to employers.
Good morning, judges. So I'm Arvin from Temploy.
What's your revenue model?
Revenue model, we are charging $1 for candidate and $2 for employers.
Per hour?
Per transaction,
Per transaction.
What happened actually, the employee, they start to have the relationship and bypass your platform?
It is okay. We actually envision that. We are for MSs. Our job is just to connect as many people, as many transactions as possible.
So, I'm a big fan of Richard Branson, and he even mentions in Like a Virgin that, we all should not be working 9 to 5. And so I'm really trying to democratize work-life balance. That's the big picture.
So I'm Wilson, I'm 26 this year, and I'm in charge of communications and marketing at Shopperbot. So Shopperbot is the only mobile discovery shopping platform for users to discover new trends, new products, new stores and style makers. So my product and service is here to solve this lack of window shopping platform online.
Most of the shopping logo here, it is mainly for ladies, but your team is all men. How can you get that kind of experience to tackle that market?
When we started, we immediately started speaking, and we are currently still speaking to our seat users, constantly engaging focus groups and interviews to find out what makes them tick, what appeals to them.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, wow, guys. Cool, how's it going? Cool. I wanted to get you all together just to say, really well done today. You guys did a superb job. I know it's been really difficult the last 2 days. I can tell you, I know it's a very nerve-wracking experience. I've raised money, and it's tough, and it's very, very tough, so I feel your pain. But unfortunately, there's only 8 places, and those 8 companies have been selected. But for those of you who unfortunately don't make it, do not give up. The best entrepreneurs never give up. You never take no for an answer, right? Finally, really, really good job. You all did really, really well. A big thumbs up to the whole team. Well done. Good job. Good job.
How we decide on the final 8. Essentially, I look for a differentiated product, capable management team. Like all investment, it must have the right risk-return profile.
the people are critical, particularly the founders, right? And who are the people who can go out there and really make it happen? Having been there as an entrepreneur myself, going out there and selling the product, marketing, when you have no money, you've got to make it happen somehow. So that's a key thing that I'm a big believer in.
We look at whether they're handling a big problem, how can they scale? Last but not least is, can they execute it?
Now let's meet the final 8. Richard Koch of iCargo, Mark Koh of Temploy, Varun Chandran of Corporate 360, Candice Chua of Any Nails, Wilson Ng of Shopperboard, Minzeya Fio of Code2 Lab, Andrea Louvier of Mailbird, Kenneth Lowe of Novelsis, in the next episode, we get to meet Mohan Balani, my co-host for the season. Finalists will also get to meet their mentors for the first time, who will guide them through the season and teach them how to strategize and take their startups to the next stage.